I'm Jennifer Angel. This is your snapshot report, Capricorn, for the week of July the 13th. And wow, what a week this is. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of challenging aspects, but it should bring things to a head. And, really, I'm ready for that, I think. Now, I would first of all encourage you to go ahead and listen to the weekly overview report. It's a 10-minute report. I do go through all the aspects in more detail. As you know, I try to keep these weekly videos, to 2, 3, 4 minutes. Hard when it's a week with so much going on like this week. But people like to come in and just sort of get a quick grab of what's the highlights for the week. So go ahead and have a look, listen to the weekly overview. I did make an error towards the end of the week where I mentioned Mars conjunct Venus, where it actually is Mars conjunct Mercury. Okay, the symbols of those two look very similar, particularly if you write quickly like I do. All right, let's have a look what's going on. So we do have 2 oppositions and 2 squares, or 3 squares and a conjunction. So of course, oppositions and squares are traditionally confronting, challenging aspects depending on the planets that they're between. And for you, let's start with the oppositions because they're with Pluto, and Pluto is in our sign. So right opposite, we've got the Sun, Mars, and Mercury. And the 2 opposition with Pluto are with Mars and Mercury. So this can cause some frustrations. Things may not work out the way that you expect them to, but it can, as I said, bring things to a head one way or another. So, of course, right opposite you here is your solar 7th house. It's our area of relationships. Now, there is a new moon in this area midweek too, so it's like whatever goes down or happens through this week, it's like it gets new energy and a burst of something new opening up. So, if a situation has not been working the way that you want it to work, then, as I said, it can come to a head and changes can happen. And when there's a lot of uncertainty happening in your life, then that's the point where things are changing. So if everything's just rosy all the time, then we get stuck in a spot and it's not moving. So this is certainly a week of progress and a week of very much a week of transformation. Now the squares that are happening. Let's start with the 2 squares coming off of Uranus, because Uranus is in your solar 4th house, very much to do around your home and family, and they're with right at the start of the week. It's like these 2 squares with Uranus like bookend the week. At the start it's with the Sun, at the end it's with Mercury. So, of course, anything to do with Mercury, you want to be careful about what you say and how you say it. So, Mercury can sort of have you, particularly when it's, in a aspect with Mars, like it is middle of the week, and Uranus at the end of the week. It can really prompt you to speak before you think. And sometimes even if you do think about it, you can say the wrong thing because, what is the wrong thing? It's someone else's perception of you doing the wrong thing. And so really all you can do, or all we can do, Capricorn, is be true to ourselves, okay? Because it sort of feels like one of those weeks. It's no matter what we do, it's not going to be quite work out the way quite that we thought it was going to, but it's going to shift things, and that's really what we need. Now there is if you've got any dealings with between working with friends and money, you want to think through that carefully. There's a little bit of uncertainty around that, and it doesn't mean to say don't go ahead of it, but just know everything about what's going on. When you're armed with more knowledge, it's always a better thing. All right, so love and luck to you, or to us. I hope that something fabulous sort of comes through for us. We certainly, all the Capricorns I know, we've certainly been waiting for it, and we certainly deserve it. So, the thing to keep in mind is that, when things are appearing to break down on another level, they're building up. Okay, and we've got that new moon there in our relationship area, so that certainly helps us to have a new start. All right, let me know how it goes. I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching.